Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So this happened. Kind of unexpected. I mean, to be fair, I'm justifying this purchase, which I'm gonna reveal in a second. Don't peek, don't peek. It's kind of a snug fit, but this is the original dust bag. I kind of justified this purchase by me turning 31 in March. By the time that I'm getting around to filming this video, it's definitely already April. Who knows when this video is going to go up, but I just had to show you. So there's going to be somewhat of a short reveal and chit chat kind of video. So yeah, I did turn 31 and apparently I felt like treating myself and I stumbled across this beauty at, okay, we all get each other here when it comes to handbag prices, and when I say a 4-figure price is reasonable or a good deal, hopefully you're not judging me too hard, but I came across this beauty and for the condition that it's in and what it came with and everything, look at this. I mean, the CC on the dust bag has worn off a little bit, but it's the original dust bag, very much vintage. I feel like it's got somewhat of a good deal. You let me know your thoughts, and you can't let me know your thoughts without actually seeing what I got. So to reveal, look at her. So this is definitely a very much vintage. We'll get into which series this is in a second. Chanel Classic Flap medium in lambskin. I do own a Caviar Jumbo Classic Flap already. That's definitely not vintage. I purchased that in 2019. I'm so glad I did because even back then, the price was ridiculous, but by now the price has more than doubled. Yeah, let's not talk about it. But this is my first lambskin piece actually from Chanel. It's definitely not puffy anymore in any way. The quilting has definitely flattened out, but considering its age, which we're gonna get to, I think she's in excellent condition. Look at the shine still. Oh my goodness. And even the cornice and everything. The previous owner or previous owners, who knows through how many hands this beauty has gone already, took very good care of her. And not only did she come with the original dust bag, she also came with the authenticity card. So let me actually, okay, I'm gonna reveal what I paid for her and you let me know your thoughts in terms of whether I scored a bargain or overpaid, but I don't think I overpaid. So for this beauty, very much vintage, definitely way older than I am. I'm still somewhat on the lookout for either a Chanel, a vintage Chanel, or a vintage Hermes bag from my birth year. Yeah, that's gonna be for future Lesley. For now, I was so happy to purchase this for 3,400 euros. It's a lot. I'm fully aware, not downplaying it in any way. It's a lot of money for a vintage bag, but considering it's Chanel, considering the condition that it's in, hopefully the camera focuses. Look at the hardly any scratches, if at all. And the beautiful sound of the chain. ASMR moment. It's not as squeaky as the one on my Jumbo because, yeah, realistically, this chain has gotten a lot of rubbing against each other and all that, but yeah. Anyway, I did tell you the price already. I haven't told you which series this is from. So it did come with the authenticity card, which is so hard to come by these days, especially the older the bag gets. Maybe back then the original owner or some of the in-between owners didn't pay that much attention to keeping as full of a set as possible. So dust bag, authenticity card, and it's from a 0 series. The first series that they actually introduced these, the series code system, I guess. So I should have looked that up beforehand, but let me check. I did back in the day. I don't know, maybe I've I've privated that video because it might be a little cringe, but back in the day I did film a Chanel guide essentially, where I tell you a little bit about how to decode these serial numbers and everything, but that knowledge is long gone. So 1986 to 1988. She's almost, assuming she was produced in 1986, she's almost 40 years old. This is ridiculous. Yeah, so I couldn't believe my luck that the price, in my opinion, was fair. and that she came in somewhat of a full-ish set, obviously not the like receipt from back then. Chances are I would have died seeing the original price that the initial purchaser, like the initial owner, bought this bag for, but anyway, so here she is. And I mean, yes, you could argue that it's basically a duplicate. Very unattractive angle. It's kind of a duplicate, but on the other hand, A, different leathers, B, different sizes, and look at the, am I in frame or I like the bags in frame? Definitely a difference in size. So yeah, also comparing the hardware color, oh, it's fairly similar, I'd say. This is a little more shiny actually when it comes to the hardware, but it's not gold plated, it's just like gold colored metal. Let me pop her on the ground for now. Anyway, I think this adds something to my collection that wasn't necessarily missing, definitely not, but it's like, it's not a like full duplicate to my Jumbo Classic flap. So here she, oh, look at the shine of the leather, look at it. Anyway, so yeah, it's a full like standard classic flap. You've seen the inside of a classic flap multiple times. I'm not going to show you like what fits inside and everything because, okay, one thing that would be interesting, you let me know if you have like a vintage and a new classic flap in the same size. Has the size actually changed, although it's still like a vintage medium and is like a current medium? Has the size changed? You let me know. But yeah, so I think this is all I wanted to show you, just like share my excitement. I'm so glad that I took the plunge. Definitely wasn't planned, but for instance, I had somewhat recently sold my Louis Vuitton pochette Métis, and I had like kind of parked that amount of money and a couple like money from a couple of other sales, basically to be ready to purchase a handbag, which is what I prefer doing. I don't want to like buy a bag and then afterwards figure out how I'm going to pay for it. That's dangerous behavior. So I always try to have like a good amount of money sitting there. In the event that I stumble across a bag that I feel like I want to have to add to my collection. So here she is. Look at her. I think, I mean, with it being an old bag, there's hardly any structure loss, but you see some caving in here. And when I'm holding it, I can definitely feel it caving in here. You might not be able to tell, but maybe I'm gonna like buy an insert or like just like properly stuff the bag when I'm not using it. But yeah, I guess before I ramble on any further and like keep gushing on about this bag, one last glance. The leather is insane and the stitching is still perfect. Anyway, not gonna keep you any longer. Let me know your thoughts. And also, I mean, I don't think I introduced myself in the intro. I was way too excited to get into it. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Lesley. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for making it all the way into the end. I promise most of my videos are a little more coherent, a little more structured, but yeah, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, on my channel I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags. Surprise, right? Really surprising by the backdrop. But I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings, reveals, unbaggings, whatever. I adore filming shopping vlogs, travel vlogs, and all that good stuff. So if any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I'm gonna catch you in one of my next videos. Bye.